Okay, I think I'm live now. Well, OBS, get the bed. Then I restarted OBS and I said select broadcast and start streaming. But apparently OBS has a weird understanding of what start streaming means, and I was talking for a good minute with nothing live. So I am live now, hopefully. What I was saying was, this doesn't look like Dying Light, does it? That was what I had said I was going to be playing tonight with Fred, but we had to reschedule. I guess I'll talk about the Mike Pollock situation myself when I get a moment, because I don't want to necessarily rant and rave about that in this current action-packed scene we're about to encounter. Just as a refresher, right? Yesterday we started the game. I failed miserably a couple of times. Got caught. Literally got a game over at one point or two. I can't even remember. I was pretty tired by the end of it. But tonight we've already encountered Rat Patrol led by Meryl. Now we're about to escape, but liquid surplus PMCs. Will they be a hassle? I don't know. I didn't do so well yesterday, so I guess we'll see. But let me just clean off my glasses. I just got some speckles on there. I am good to go. I am energized. I don't know if I'm energized as much as I could be. I had leftover Chicago deep dish pizza, and that can be quite a it can be quite a gut punch, literally. It's really good, but boy, just a couple of slices of that. Dude. I'm hiding like a bitch. Down. You know what? Not to be a DSP. I gotta adjust the thumbstick sensitivity a little bit in this. Okay. Just weirdly slow. I don't know if it's the I don't know if it's just the material. Up grenade. We got better weapons. The first person view is actually pretty cool in this game. Ooh, a P90. Remember when that was the next big thing? And literally the guns that they're carrying too. Rat Patrol was supposed to be the next big thing in fucking military combat. Move out of my way, Rat Patrol. I am actually gonna move with them this time. Last time I kind of rushed out of here, I think, when I played through this last year. You fucking humping, jumping bitches. Stop moaning! Weirdly erotic. Much like sadistic porn. Not that I do. But wait, how would I know what that sounds like? I don't know! Right. Fuck! I'm not even aiming in the right spot. I've heard that before. I need some noodles. Oh, come on. Stud. He knocked out. I do need to change out my assortment of weapons. Weapons. With the 2 there. And why not? You know what I'm saying? Actually, let's go to Drebin's shop. Let's see if we got anything. Jesus. Could unlock a P90. That. Movie. Drebin's shop. Say. Dresser. Also, this. And we'll try the P90 out. Probably some noodles.
You're in the way, Snake!
That's got a good aiming reticle. Alright. P90X. Miro, I'm not trying to shoot you. I'm just standing there retardedly. How do you reload? Circle. Get out of my way! Got someone's ass in that thing. Throw a petro bomb on the next bitch. Alright, let's see here. So this way. Literally turn to dust. So I remember there's some fucked up lore, right, with those soldiers. I mean, there's gotta be. Combat. Nice. Snake, are you in the women's restroom? Alright.
Hold on, Snake. One of Akiba's traps is still in the way. It's set too deep in the wall for the Mark II to get at it. We'll have to wait until Akiba gets there to disarm it.
Alright, I gotta help these assholes. I think last time I literally rolled through it. That petro bomb isn't really gonna go far enough, is it?
Get downwind now!
Take that. This is not a fucking prank only playthrough, non-lethal playthrough. Yeah, well, you motherfuckers blocked multiple shots of mine. Where's Akiba?
Snake, Akiba's been knocked out.
Get out of the way!
Get out. Get out. Got diarrhea, man. Oh no! Oh my god, this is down. Okay, well there we go. More noodles for you, Snake. That will help you with the 3rd-degree burn. What kind of fucking rat patrol is this? You guys can't even aim for fucking shit. Well, actually, my aiming was terrible yesterday too. Oh, that one's dead. All right, come on, you fucking. Shoot her in the pussy. That sounds way worse than what I meant. I guess that. Hey, speaking of which, we gotta talk about that Mike Pollock situation, Mr. Dead Wars. I actually called him and explained it to him, but basically, Mike Pollock is Jewish. Liquid ass. I like how by the end of the game, though, this is the one that she decides to choose as like her happily ever after. You know, the man who like shits himself. But anyways, Mike Pollock. I've met the man. He's actually a really cool guy. But he's a cool guy, and I met him actually a couple of times at a video game convention. One time I got you know, autographed picture and got to talk to him and bought his deviled ham. But basically he supports the hostages that the Palestinian Hamas group has taken being released. And somehow it makes him some kind of vile Zionist. How that makes him a vile Zionist, I don't know. But I was kind of indirectly involved in the original Berg out that people had. This was probably close to a year ago. I'll tell you guys after this scene, but it's just retarded, you know? The guy has a position that's like not even something that should be considered controversial, and somehow he's made into like this credulous human being by people that are actually like incredibly credulous, people that have like a literal hatred of Israel. And by the way, I'm not a huge supporter of the shit they've done. I think that they, you know, have clearly overstepped some of the things that they could have, you know, it's clear that Israel under Netanyahu wants to, you know, gain more territory. Yeah, that doesn't mean that the Palestinians are sinless in this either. I don't understand why people like support the victim complex bullshit. Like the Palestinians they literally made their own bed, right? And I do feel bad for the regular civilians that are stuck in this like, you know, in the middle of this conflict. But let's not kid ourselves about why this shit, you know, became so toxic. It's not entirely Israel's fault. And anybody that says otherwise is being best case scenario ignorant, worst case scenarios, they have some other narrative. Whether it's like the far left fucking communists who hate Israel because it's a ally of the United States, or the fucking far right faggots, you know, like the Fuentes supporters who think Israel like is the mastermind of all the world's problems. that doesn't mean that there isn't like wealthy Zionists out there that actually do like, you know, get into trying to create havoc in the U.S. But there's other groups you could point out too. I mean, fuck, you could point out the wealthy, Indians like Vivek trying to affect the H-1B policy. So just to like target one group of people, which is retarded, you know, it's retarded. I don't know what else to say. But it's like there's left wing and right wing people that have like this weird hate boner of everything Jewish. Like I understand the criticisms of Israel, and it's like you also can like look at some of the reality and wealth disparity shit, but like you know um that doesn't mean that you should have a hatred of an entire group of people, because most of the Israelis are not necessarily in lockstep with everything that's been going on over there. Or people who are Jewish like Mike Pollock, who his original controversy was putting out a bring him home from Les Miserables, basically like a version of that song in regards to the hostages that Hamas has been, torturing and raping and doing all kinds of other shit to for over a year, and he just wanted them brought home, right? And I remember making a joke and I was attacking the people because they're they them fucking retards, these like Zoomer retards, all like from like 15 to 20 because they all put their ages in their bios for some reason. And really nobody under 18 should be on X. I mean, they really should have like an 18 or older fucking requirement.
They can
But
see what I see. It helps control pain.
Mike Pollock basically like made like a witty statement, sort of like agreeing with what I said. And my statement wasn't even that hateful. Like I can say some hateful shit about Troons. Like you go on my X and I'll say shit like they're basically schizophrenics.
Except for a certain someone
so
who's not much of a
this was not that hateful of a statement. It was more of a jestful kind of statement at these retards.
Your age of heroes finally over.
Age of heroes.
No hero.
I'm just a wet work. I'm doing some wet work.
Never will be.
You haven't changed at all, Snake.
Oh, wow.
But your body.
It's old.
Are you gonna be all right?
I can still get it up, though.
This get-up doubles as a muscle suit. I can still get around.
Liquid's camp is up ahead. I'll mark it on your map.
But there was like an account that took my tweet and screenshotted it and basically like I feel bad because they did use it against Mike Pollock. He probably didn't even understand the terminology I was using either. And poor Mike Pollock did like a Twitter Spaces later that day and had like the dumbest fucking people that just like would walk circles about what he was saying.
Sorry, Commander.
And like he kept just calmly explaining what his positions were. But then at the end, there was this guy, and it's like this marble mouth cuck, and then his quote unquote wife took over, and it was just this boisterous bull-dykey. She's married to a guy, but just like this bull-dykey cunt personality. What you said? What about the genocide of the Palestinians? Oh, poor Mike Pollock. He finally ended the Spaces and like, oh, look at they cooked Mike Pollock. He cooked him. And I thought this was over because they were trying to get him fired back then. This was close to a year ago, like
Otacon,
probably 9 or 10 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, I'm confirming the location. It's to the north of where you are.
Oh.
Meryl's really changed, hasn't she, Snake?
Let me just pause this for a second so I can. Ah, fuck. I just canceled the cutscene. I was just trying to pause the fucking game. Well, all right, we got to go intercept Liquid. That was the moral of the story. Shit. Okay, let me just leave it here for a second. So Mike Pollock, going back, made a put out or retweeted or whatever a video support for the hostages captured by Hamas. Pretty sensible thing. I think even people that aren't big fans of Israel probably would say, hey, those people deserve to be, brought home. So then he gets shit on, does a Twitter space. Unfortunately, one of my tweets gets brought up like by the retards that hate Mike Pollock because he's somehow some kind of evil monster in their mind. But the dust kind of settles on this for a while. But then I guess a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, I don't know, he says something again. Once again, a pretty milquetoast statement, but then they just go in fucking high gear after this poor guy. And they're really pushing it hard. They pushed it to the point where some retard, right, one of these 20-year-old Zoomer fucking retards said Chris Chan was the good guy, and it has like a screenshot of Chris Chan roasting Mike Pollock at fucking Too Many Games. And mind you, Chris Chan allegedly raped his mother and also allegedly admitted to it. Um, right, and this is the good guy in comparison to a Jewish guy who just wants the hostages to be sent home and maybe peace, right? Because he talked about wanting peace. I remember in the Twitter Spaces. This is not some war hawk. This is probably like a pretty progressive guy. Generally speaking, just getting shit on, and it's just unfortunate. That's my 2 cents about it, and I'm tempted to like kind of go through some of the tweets on X at some point. It's just, that it's kind of a lightning rod because no matter what you say about that conflict, like you could have like the opinion like, hey, you know, the Palestinians created a lot of this, but also the Israelis definitely overdid it with like the amount of death they created. You could have like that position, but then you're considered person non grata by apparently both sides of this conflict because you got like the hardcore, Israel supporters, like these evangelical retards, and then you've got like the hardcore, basically Hamas apologists. And like if you have a position that's somewhere like that's, neutral, not neutral, but more you know, non-extremist fucking views, you're, automatically labeled an enemy by these people.
Okay, time to head for the surface.
All right. We missed part of Otacon's spiel, but Snake's health isn't too bad. But we need some cigarettes. I don't care if it affects my health. All right. Nope. There we go.
Muscle suit. That's my cheeks flappy. Oh.
So now that we're out of here, let's I did this the first time. It's pretty cool to listen to. Let's listen to that Integral podcast.
And now, Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
This sounds so much like a
Recorded at Konami HQ in downtown
2000s
Tokyo. This is your
podcast.
host, Brian Payton, for the exclusive in-game broadcast of
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
Welcome to the first ever.
It really is a shame though that like this is just the only episode you can access because all the other ones got taken out from the being able to download them and put in the game. But like I said, this is actually pretty cool to like listen alongside with the game because like the follow-up parts, it's basically like, hey, listen to this during this section of the game, and it's kind of almost like it's like almost like director's commentary tracks on like a DVD or something. So honestly, if you're ever like playing through this game on your own, it's a pretty cool thing to do. And honestly, if I played through this again, I might actually just like pull those up alongside some of the scenes, and it definitely make the playthrough a little bit longer, but it's pretty cool.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast, number 1. It's going to be included in MGS4. As you know, playing through the game, as you're doing right now, you've got the iPod equipped, and you're listening to this show, and you're going to be able to download future shows in the coming months. But first, let me introduce Aki Saito, who's joining me on the program.
Like the podcast keeps playing.
It's kind of weird. We're in the future now. It's 106 days in the future that we're recording this, or that we're broadcasting. So we're recording this in February, knowing that this is going to be burnt onto the Blu-ray disc for millions of people to enjoy.
It's exciting, isn't it?
That's February of 2008.
Me neither.
So people listening to this, they come across the iPod in MGS4.
Yes.
They come across this episode and they're wondering, now what exactly is this and what is this for?
Yes.
Good question.
This is to, well, actually, there's a lot of meanings, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, to ease the tension when you're playing the game, things like that as well.
You can play your own music, you can play this, you can ease the tension by listening to our voices.
Our stupid conversations.
Yes. And you also ease the tension of
You know, it's pretty crazy to think about. This is nearly 20 years ago, right? I mean, it's 2025, but like we're getting close to the fucking almost the 20th anniversary of the PS3, which is next year, and God, it's pretty cool to think about that shit. But also like, gee, time flies.
Yes. And you also ease the tension of Snake.
Yes.
Because his sight gauge will fill up if you're listening to music,
Exactly.
or if you're listening to this program.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
This is really cool in the game. Obviously, as players know, they're playing this on an Apple iPod, not just a generic MP3 player. Now, Aki, you worked on this project. You worked on getting approvals from Apple. Can you talk about that process of getting the iPod into the game, which is very cool?
Yes, well, you know, Kojima Production always comes up with cool ideas, and at that time still is.
Yeah, we should go.
Everyone has an iPod as their favorite music player, and we thought, as Hideo, Mr. Kojima is a great Apple fan as well. We thought that why not we put for Snake to use as an item, which is a cool idea. So it was really fun working with Apple because they're really nice guys actually.
And you're a super fan of Apple.
Well, yes, me too. Hideo and I are the last sole survivors within the company to have the Mac PCs on our desks and work on it.
But you take it a step further. You have a competitor's laptop,
Something like a tray.
laptop, with an Apple sticker over their brand, over their logo on that laptop, so people from a distance think you're on a
I said surrender.
That's actually
You gonna surrender?
inside as well.
Oh well.
At home, I'm
Hey, give me the fuck up here.
user, and it's I changed the inside as well, and it's I don't know, it's just more fun when you're working.
Right.
You don't get dull, and you want to work on a computer that you love.
Well, you like to be that rebel, you know.
Yeah, well,
But it's funny. But it's funny because you don't have to be a rebel if you're outside of Japan, like especially like in the States. You know, you see Macintosh,
Although Apple has kind of become definitely
all
much
over the
more,
place,
um,
but really,
I think
the
popular
iPod is synonymous with
brand in
MP3 players.
Japan.
And so we've gotten the game, a bunch of different checks.
well, yeah, I did a couple rounds of.
It is crazy to think about though, like the iPod no longer exists as like a
they
new
actually
product,
see
right? It's like
How
the last iPod Touch was
you guys are playing right now,
discontinued, I
how
think
this
3 or
is
4
work-
years
this
ago,
will
and
work.
that was
So what I did
like already
was
pretty outdated.
and I made a video.
You know, it's kind of amazing to think about too. Like there's now a new generation that really never grew up with the iPod in any way.
It's the enemy!
All right, you guys want to be put down? Oh, I fucking fucked up the podcast.
With you know the staffs of Kojima Production. Thanks, guys. And we made a video, a cool video, and made sure that can be played on an iPod as well.
Oh,
you know?
slick.
So I sent that DVD
Right.
over to Apple, and they really loved it, and they gave me approval on that. So
Oh, cool.
screenshots, usually, you know, this happens only on screenshots and text-based
Right.
explanations.
Sure.
But I thought this is.
You want to see they want to see it in motion, right?
Yeah. So you know, usually you kind of ask them to come into the studio and
the
that kind of thing.
iPod on the battle.
That wasn't possible, so I made a cool video, and they seen this part of what the players are doing right now. So everything was recorded, sent to Apple. They loved it. It was great.
Perfect.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
So the plan for this podcast, and I can actually say podcast now because I kind of steer away from that word sometimes because it's really a radio program and not necessarily everybody's listening to it on an iPod. So why call it a podcast? But this time we know everybody's.
Yeah, that's
listening to
kind of
this in
funny
the-
because like I remember there's some people that would never call it a podcast; they'd call it a netcast. Like Leo Laporte of the This Week in Tech, and he used to do screensavers back in the day. He'd say netcast, and I think he stuck with that up until a couple of years ago until podcast just became so overwhelmingly the default way of calling something a podcast.
iPod. You can't download this on our website or through
Which,
iTunes.
if you think about like now, I mean, I use the Apple Podcasts app for my podcast that I listen to. You just download them on the fly. Back in the day, if you wanted to like load them on your iPod, or they're supposed to be like iPod Classic, you have to download them from fucking iTunes and then sync them to your iPod with a wired cord, you know, which sounds so antiquated today, but that was like kind of cutting edge at the time.
This is exclusive to MGS4. You can listen to this program, and we're gonna have future programs as well as music that will be coming out in the coming months after the release of MGS4.
Which I do hope they
that you'll be
put
able to
this in like
download.
a
And we're gonna be talking
in the
about
new collection,
making
all
the
these
games kind of like a director's
podcast
commentary,
episodes.
which is it's something that's never been done for games before
I mean, this
in
is
this format. I mean,
Yeah, this format is really cool. I mean, usually director's commentary or making of is done on a bonus disc or things like that. But of course, we could have that. But it's so cool as an item in the game, and you actually have to collect them, right?
Nice.
And when you find it, you want to listen to it,
Right.
And you could actually still play the game while we're
and blabbering about all sorts of stuff. And we're going to be providing background info on the game, about different areas of the game, like, you know, the creation of those areas, as well as strategies, so you know how to defeat bosses if you're so inclined.
Because once again, I
The
had
question is
that.
what to do about spoilers.
You know, I honestly think what happened was, because for a while I had two PS3s. I had this fat model, then I also had the slim model. But then, you know, when the PS4 came out, I ended up selling my slim PS3, which was not a great idea because the slim PS3 is more reliable in the long term. But I don't think I transferred all my saves back because I had a few other games like Infamous, which I know I beat, where the save was essentially gone.
And I'm still thinking about that.
Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast.
As Mr. Kojima surmised on the Japanese side of this podcast, in the Japanese version of MGS4, this is probably the listener's second time through MGS4. I don't know about you when you played MGS4, but you know, you play it once and you know that, oh, the second time I'm going to try this different route, or I'm going to try these different items or these different weapons.
Yeah.
I'm guessing most people are going to be listening to the iPod through the second time through, because the first time through you want to listen to the Harry Gregson Williams soundtrack, right?
Well, no, the first time actually you're so tense trying to clear
Yeah,
the
you
game.
didn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, so I did know what the iPod. You could use the iPod, but you have to use it as an.
This
item,
game
right?
does have a great
And you want that
soundtrack.
solid eye as well.
Sure.
That you and
Or
I
the
love
rations,
so much.
yes.
Yeah, the rations. So, yeah.
I think I don't know, like 2, 3, and 4, like all three of those soundtracks, I think are
So
just
as players
highly
that probably
iconic. Even the
noticed
original
this
Metal
is
Gear
the second time
Solid,
There are items,
but I'd say
the
2,
Drebin
3, and
points
4
would carry
really
over to the
are
second
just
playthrough.
have
And so they can
fantastic
use the second playthrough
soundtracks.
to try to hunt down
That's another
items
thing
that
that I
are not
think,
found in Drebin shop,
you know, I was
or
telling
rare
Fred
items
that
with
when
some
he's
kind of
playing
fake
through Devil
demos.
May Cry.
So there's a lot
There's a lot of
to go
series
through
that
on the
just
second
don't
and
really
third
get
time through.
the same
This is
attention
a time of fun, isn't it?
with their
Yeah, you're now
soundtracks,
easy
even though
about
they're
the
really
rules of
good.
what's gonna happen.
But like Metal Gear Solid is definitely one of them. But also when Fred was playing through Devil May Cry, even the older Devil May Cry games I think had good soundtracks. Hell, even 2, which is not a great game, not a bad game. I actually think I'd give that game a little bit more love than some people might. It's not a great game, but I think it's okay. It's just in comparison to the rest of the Devil May Cry series, just very inadequate and you know, definitely felt like a misstep.
About the routes and what's going to happen.
Right.
You're more explorer and maybe sneaking as well.
Yeah, you're better at sneaking.
Yeah, you can try a lot of things. Since you're listening, actually, you should be more easy enjoying the game. Actually, more relaxed. You're listening to this radio program at the same time. I think it's a fun experience, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to hearing us do this on June 12th when the game launches. Now, don't forget to check back frequently to download new episodes of the MGS4 Integral podcast on the same spot you found on your iPod in the game of MGS4. And also, don't forget to check out our other show, which is on the web. You can
I'm
subscribe
hiding
to
in a
iTunes.
dumpster.
It's our normal podcast. We do it every week. It's usually Ken, myself, and Aki or Mark, and we do that every week. We're approaching the 100th episode, and you can download that. Like on your computer, and we give you an update about what's going on in the world of Kojima Productions. Not necessarily all MGS4 stuff. So. It's a good show. I like it.
Yeah, it's a
Not bad.
lot of secrets given away as well.
Yeah, a lot of leaks, a lot of
Yeah.
information leaks. That's how we roll.
Take a look where we
This is
are
going
on
to
the
close
map.
the inaugural MGS4 Integral Podcast, #1.
I hope everyone enjoying it.
Over there.
And I hope everyone finds their way to play it because there's various ways. My recommendation is try to just sneak everything through. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, definitely. Play it as a sneaking game,
Yeah,
not as a straight-up action game. You're going to enjoy it.
yeah, it is. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, thanks, Aki.
Yeah, this definitely lends itself
Alright,
to
that's gonna wrap up this
even if you're
edition
like
of the
me,
Metal
you're a
Gear
little bit
Solid 4 podcast.
very
Be sure to
retarded. I
download
mean to
future
say.
episodes available exclusively through the Metal Gear Solid 4 game. From all of us at Coast Rep, thanks for listening and thanks for playing. We're out of here.
That's part of the reason why I should have had my solid eye on. Let's actually do that. There we go. Let's equip. Don't have anything suppressed? The suppressor probably broke on the M4, huh? I'll go back to putting the operator in there and M4 will. Honestly, I'm gonna get a. Can I get a suppressor for the P90? I think I can. Let's go to Drebin Shop. Oh. Bullets. Just so we have them. Okay, a couple of those. Go back to weapons. P90. Now, oh, cutscene. Or loading screen. Something. Abdul, we're clearing the strip. Oh boy. Yeah, here comes the hate comments. Turn on. Hey, that happened to me on the interstate the other day. One of those geckos, isn't it? Oh no. One of the beauties. There's worse ways to go. Abdul. You know, based on how the average certain part of the world that we're in treats their women, I guess this is just dessert. Oh! Well, that guy got pressed. Frankly, dear, I'm impressed.
Telekinesis.
It can't be. Is that?
Psycho Mantis. That's right. You show these poor towel heads who's cooking.
Yeah, this checks out. Traumatized woman with daddy issues, raging out while fucking shit up. I've seen this before. Sorry, ladies, the Rageaholic is no more. Razorfist sold himself to become a milquetoast pastor that doesn't even probably believe what he's saying.
Well, well, well. I don't know if I should be concerned or aroused.
Maybe I should be concerned. There's a lot of dead people that these bitches killed. I I say this now. I would like to try to go for a non-lethal approach when it comes to this war, but we'll see. I have the limited edition of this game, so I actually have the book with the little articles about them. All right.
Acting under contract to local authorities, the praying mantis PMC recently restored government control to this
Like a
sector.
cigarette.
Utilizing high-tech Irving unmanned vehicles, we hope you'll consider the praying mantis solution for all your future combat needs.
All right. Solid eye. Operator. The active camo system in this game is like legit really cool. It's a shame that they never like utilized it again. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 3 has a fairly extensive camo system, but like the way that this one worked was like pretty fucking cool. Pay no attention to the crawling texture. It's just a figment of your imagination. You've seen crazier shit. Anyways, you got these psychotic bitches on the battlefield. Yeah, nice city. Nighty night. Okay. We are getting close.
Huh?
Cow. Yeah, I definitely want to play through all the weird names. Honestly, Peace Walker would make a hell of a dual play from Fred and I. Dead Wars 2012. We're getting close. Liquid's insurrection. This game still looks great, right? I mean, you know, it's not like the textures are 100% super spiffy by today's standard, but you know, the art style and direction, the like level of detail too, and even like the cinematography of the cutscenes. You know, I know people gave this game shit for being like overtly, you know, too many cutscenes, but like, you know, you can't deny how well they were done. It's just, you know, it would have been nice if they gave this game like a little bit more room to breathe in the gameplay department. Although this is a game that, you know, I at least for me, it does have a pretty high replayability. I know for some people, you know, it doesn't have maybe the same replayability as like 2 or 3. You know, in terms of like not having 30,000 hours of cutscenes. But there's some pretty grating parts of 3. That's why, like, even though I know 3 is...
I swear I saw something.
Hide under the truck, stake. They can't see you.
HQ, do you read?
This is HQ.
I've encountered the enemy. Send some backup.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
You'll never catch me.
Why are all these soldiers taking a nap? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Private. Liquid. Ugh.
Hey, you! Get over here!
Yes?
This sir.
Connection problems. Go check it out.
Yes, sir.
Otacon, wait here.
Attica. Liquid. I'm angry. My camo just turned off.
This is a pretty cool moment.
He's dressed. Chic, business casual. Revolver, liquid. Somebody's in there. Who is it?
I knew it. Snake, you're here to kill Liquid, aren't you?
That's the mission. Are you going to stop me?
My mission is to inspect the PMCs. I'm not in a position to take action.
Ah.
All I can do is stand by and watch. I can't help you, understand? I'm a peacekeeper, here to keep order.
Understood.
Well, you're not really keeping the peace, Meryl. Brother! I'm gonna pretend to be Liquid even though I'm still Revolver Ocelot, but I want to fool the system so I can destroy the system to follow through with Big Boss's original plan. It's actually, I mean, I know people make fun of like how confuddled the lore and timeline is. But if you invest time into reading through it, it is pretty cool. Activating. My voice has changed 30 times in the past game. Remember when I was a cowboy?
What?
Nano machines. This is what happens when you get a Pfizer shot of nano machines. The Johnson & Johnson ones are all dead. The Pfizer ones are just fucking a walking time bomb like Snake. I like how he has like a name tag, like, in case you don't know who I am. My name is Liquid Ocelot. Does everybody have diarrhea like I usually do? Their emotions have been suppressed. Naomi! Maywing's the best.
Commander!
Ah, just like playing hockey.
I never thought it would be so easy. But these results... refreshing. Don't you think?
Naomi as a character just annoys me. She's the definition of too little, too late. I'll give her some credit though. She did make Hal Emmerich happy. Meanwhile, you got trustworthy, good old Mei Ling. Even got Meryl. She doesn't want to fuck Ancient Snake. Brother! God, I can't wait for that line.
Brother!
Oh!
It's been too long.
Liquid.
Liquid.
Rejoice! We're not copies of our father, after all.
We're even more fucked up.
We are free of the shackles of fate. Snake. Brother.
Brother.
We are free.
Free from the Patriot.
Watch, Snake. Watch as I surpass my own origin.
Whoa.
so sad. Fox die.
Snake, if you won't be a prisoner to fate, then go. Fulfill your destiny.
You won't make me spoiled. I'll get some liquid. Frank Yeager.
Alright.
Nice shake. Brother.
Pretty good for a, what, near 80-year-old man at this point. Alright.
Diarrhea.
Snake! Hey, are you alright? Grab on.
Akiba.
Drebin. Let's see. Yeah.
Save the game.
Alright. Moving on to a little intermission, but then Act 2. Where's that little autistic girl in her eggs?
1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, 377.
This is some Elon Musk child level autism.
15, 97, 95, 84.
Man's got a fucking harem of women.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, this little girl is kind of cute, but she's very autistic.
I made you more eggs.
Uncle Hal? The eggs? They're done.
Thank you, Sonny.
Get it eggs and sunny, like sunny side up.
Back from the dead.
We're remember the sun being so flat.
The eggs look terrible, Sonny.
I'll dig in right away, Sonny. And would you make some for Snake, too?
Okay.
Make him sunny side up.
Hey, none for me, Sonny.
Whiskey.
It is pretty impressive the amount of grovel
How long
that.
was I out?
A whole day.
Someone saved my life.
Yeah. It could have been Meryl and her boys. Don't worry. I'm fine.
Liquid got away.
Are you okay?
My body just seized up all of a sudden. This is normal. It's not my joints or muscles.
It looked like the PMC soldiers all went haywire en masse, too. I thought it might be a form of ADS, but I didn't detect any
ADS.
alterations in the EM field. You were lucky. Some of those guys' hearts simply stopped.
Oh. Liquid.
Was there? Naomi was at Liquid's side. Otacon, did you see her?
No, but you're right. Naomi was there. I found traces of her DNA in that syringe you were holding.
So it was Naomi. Why?
Here, let me show you something. Right after it all happened, I got a video mail from Naomi.
He's got a
It was sent to my
wallpaper
old
right.
address.
I made you more eggs.
Here you go.
Thanks, Sonny. They're delicious.
Oh.
But you haven't even eaten any.
You guys better eat the eggs. You don't know how expensive they are.
We grown-ups have to watch our caloric intake, you know. But thank you. I was looking for this.
You're not watching your nicotine intake.
That's true.
Sonny!
Now go back and say random numbers. Either like prime numbers or something. He's pouty.
You really hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Why don't you teach her how to cook eggs then?
Oh, like I know.
That's another underrated part of this
Check this out.
game is we get to see some like more banter that you'd want between.
The data's
Snake
been
and Otacon.
quarantined. No viruses. The voice print matches Naomi's. And I'm fairly confident the video isn't digitally synthesized either.
Which that is like a legit problem
I'll make
now,
this
isn't that funny?
I'm in
At
South
least
America.
not.
I've been
Pretty cool
captured and forced to
wallpaper.
do research. It's Liquid. Liquid's
those
goal is
eggs.
to seize control of SOP,
worth
the
those
sons of the
eggs are.
Patriot system that controls the soldiers. To do that, he needs to analyze the nanomachine structure and find out how they communicate with one another. The nanomachines currently in use by militaries and PMCs are third generation. But their design is derived from that of the first generation. And the basic technology is still the same.
First generation.
I was the one who created the first
Nanomachines.
generation. A nanomachine colony, part of which was Foxdie.
Fox
9 years ago at Shadow Moses, I injected it into your body, Snake.
Shadow Moses.
The technology used in Foxdie was incorporated, inherited really, by SOP. That's why Liquid has me helping him hijack the system, because I know how Foxdie works. found a loophole he can use to get into the system.
Get out of here. Naomi, it's time to make me some eggs, you bitch.
There's no time to waste. Snake, hurry.
Naomi sent her location data in a separate file.
What the hell is that?
Yes, Mr. Dead Wars. I am
Sonny
enjoying the
decoded it
burnt
for
up
us.
eggs that's Sonny made.
Remember now?
Get it? Cause Sunny side up
Data from the
isn't
Solar Tower
Kojima
radar
a
to
genius
Shadow
soy vey?
I'm guessing Naomi wants us to know the message. is
Yeah, Naomi. I was just tuning in. I was
sending
fucking
the map data in Solar
hearing
Tower
Naomi a
radar
new
format.
asshole.
Ugh, flashback.
Clever.
Well, actually, I mean, I
Mei
wouldn't
Ling's
mind
helping
hearing her
us
a
out
new
from
asshole, but
Hawaii.
you know. I was just saying, Mei Ling. I like Mei Ling a lot more. It's not just because I have an Asian
Data she
fetish.
sent was
Data.
4D sound data. I don't know how.
I'm sorry, I
silicon
think
radar
Sonny is
works,
the love child
but
of
all I had to
Olga
do was
and
change
fucking
the
Elon
audio
Musk or
data
some
into video
shit.
data. It was easy. This Naomi lady seems pretty cool.
Yeah. He's gonna show Hal Emmerich a hell of a time.
It's Campbell.
Campbell.
Ah, I just got done fucking Raiden's girlfriend.
As you'll recall, following the Shadow Moses incident 9 years ago,
Up, pacing
Naomi
around.
was detained by the authorities. But someone arranged for her escape.
I like how she just fucking walked by.
I hear
I
they added
agree.
that to my rap
The
sheet, too.
third Japanese girl wins out, yeah. But not only that, like,
Was actually
you know, I know
taken
Naomi
her
kind of
prisoner
redeems
himself and
herself
forced her
at
to
the
do
end of this
research
game.
at his facility in South
But at the
America.
same time, it seems...
Chances are,
I don't know if I want to
location
say too
Naomi
little
gave
too
us
late,
is
because
the
the way
site
she
on
redeems
Liquid's
herself
main
is, like,
base.
very emotional. But, I don't know. She did kind of fuck Snake over for
There's an ongoing skirmish between a new regime
an
put into
extended
power
period
by
of time.
PMCs and a rebel army formed by remnants of the old one.
But she might be half of the reason that Snake just aged so
Rebels have hired a
dramatically.
small
It
scale
wasn't just
local
the
PMC
fucked
of
up
their own
DNA they
to
gave
stir
him with
things up.
Les Enfants Terribles.
It's the
It was
quintessential
also just
example of a
just
war
Naomi's
economy market.
fucking, you know,
The new regime is
just
still in
imagine her just
shambles,
bitching at
so
Snake.
it's really pure
Oh boy.
one of the PMCs under Outer Heaven control that's calling the shots. You might say it's a perfect place for Liquid to make his haven.
Or it could be a trap.
True. But even so, the payoff would greatly aid our efforts.
I had Sonny trace the origin of Naomi's mail. The address is fake, but Sonny
Great
was
thing
able to
about
track
having
the
a mic
message back
that I
through
can
its
mute easily is when I get
based on
phone
access,
calls
date, times,
with like
and
retarded
data
questions
transfer
so they can just
forms.
mute myself.
The message
Fred
originated
knows
from
how
South
much I
America.
get interrupted.
I wouldn't exactly call it
It's no
100%
joke.
correct.
Honestly, it's amazing that I only got interrupted
Colonel,
once so far this
where's
stream. Because
Meryl?
like, I get inundated with a lot of
I know she
bullshit.
left the Middle East in pursuit of Liquid.
Campbell.
I'm sure our side is on to us by now.
Oh, look at those
We
burnt
can't
eggs,
chase that line
Campbell.
too far.
Hal's just as autistic as Elon Musk. Why these eggs are ending up burnt. Teach your fucking
I've secured
niece
new landing
that she's
clearance
calling
at
you Uncle
El Dorado
Hal.
International Airport.
You ever tell her?
I'll be acting as a UN inspector.
You ever tell her her mother's
South
dead?
America. That's about 2
Oh, I'm a
hours
terrible
from here.
person.
Then what's the plan?
I'll arrange for them to
I don't know.
get you a 4x4.
Liquid just took over that Mark
Location
II,
Naomi
guys.
gave us. The
He's
PMC's
saying a
base
lot
is
of
in a
terrible
mountainous
things.
region surrounded by forests.
Uh,
Use the 4x4 to get as close as possible to the PMC security.
Campbell's
perimeter.
supposed to be basically
It'll be a solo sneak
Rambo's superior from, like, he's very heavily based off of that guy, right? The like Rambo's Colonel.
Thank you, honey.
Thanks.
How's our son? I mean, Raiden. I mean, how's our son doing? That has
The
suspiciously
rebels
white
are still
hair, like
pitched in battle
Raiden.
against the
He looks like
PMCs.
Raiden.
The commotion should help you slip into the facility unnoticed.
Raiden's in this next
20
half.
hours
It's,
until we land.
it's amazing.
Got it.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny
I'll have
because,
a look
like,
at the
you know, people don't
documents.
realize now Raiden is like just a
Maybe I'll eat
universally
them
liked
smooth while I
character.
still can.
But going into this game, people gave Raiden a lot of shit because of Metal Gear Solid 2. at this time when this game came out, Metal Gear Solid 2 was like looked at as like the ugly stepchild of the series, and nowadays, partially because how 4 sort of like added a cool factor to Raiden, but also Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Um, but also, I mean, people have now looked back on Metal Gear Solid 2 as actually being a great game. It's just it wasn't what people had expected at the time because you're only playing for a short portion of the game as Snake, and the majority of the game you play as Raiden. And people didn't like that at the time, but then you go back to it and it's actually like, oh, it's actually a great game. I mean, I love when the kid walks in and it's obviously his kid, but he still thinks it's the Colonel. Yeah, at the end of the game, we're right into the hospital bed, which, like, he goes back to, like, getting rid of all of, like, the prosthesis shit for, I guess, 5 minutes before he decides he needs to fight fucking Senator Armstrong and Revengeance, but, yeah, he's just like,
Ugh. Is that the kid that you had with the Colonel, you dirty whore, when you spread your legs?
No, Raiden, this is your kid. Colonel, he looks like you.
How deeply are they involved in all of this?
The Patriots, you mean?
The data we got from Arsenal Gear was a load of crap.
Is that a capybara?
We're all founders who have all been dead for 100 years. Give me a break. We know they exist today.
Ah, look at that. There's a snake. Isn't that poetic?
System is to control IDs. It fits in with their plans perfectly.
Seizing control of the world's ID systems and then using them to manipulate the economy and information flow. For the Patriots, that's the ultimate prize.
I mean, honestly, the kind of like subplot of the Patriots, creating a war economy.
5 years ago.
Isn't that really true? Like, that's why there's this hatred, especially of Trump.
The Patriots are trying to solidify their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information.
Trump's solidist. But no, like, this, like, war economy shit, right? That's why they hate Trump, because, like, he's so anti-war, right? I like the criticism that they've been, like, lobbying at him that, he wants to bring the Ukraine-Russia war to an end. And it's, like, it's clear, like, Russia's gonna get some territory. Oh, you're gonna give up territory for Ukraine? Well, first of all, it shouldn't even be our, like, problem to mediate that situation. We should be grateful we're even getting involved. Like, if we left Europe to their own devices, they would erupt into not to sound preachy about the United States, but, like, literally, if we didn't, like, get forced into World War II because of Pearl Harbor, Europe would still be in, like, a perpetual state of war. That's a continent, just like the rest of the world, that loves fucking war. The United States was built on the policy of isolating ourselves from that bullshit, but because we became a world power, we got forced into it. And now Trump's trying to say, hey, we could still be part of the world community, but we don't have to be the lackey of the world, especially when we're shit on so intently. Look at how the Canadians shit on us. You guys got to look up the fucking Canadian-U.S. hockey game from, like, last night. First, we leveled them, but they were booing the shit out of us. We got into 3 fights. The American players got into 3 fights. The Canadian cucks. They're booing the shit out of us, our national anthem. It's like, you're just a glorified welfare state. You take $200 billion of our money each year, and you're booing us. Fuck you. So I don't even want them added to our country. Just let's cut the fucking umbilical cord and let them suffer. Other than Quebec, we can liberate. Because they hate the rest of Canada. I even sent I saw on X, like, some weird fascination that there's a lot of, like, Quebecois. They're like outside of Montreal, like, Quebec is actually shockingly right-wing. Like, I'm talking, like, fucking deep conservative shit. Oh, look at that. I don't know. Who's your favorite of the Beauty and the Beast?
There's Vamp. It's not because he drinks blood and looks like a vampire. He's bisexual. way on the battlefield. Actually, that turns him on right there. He doesn't mind. He's not picky. Yeah.
This is Samurai Jack. Oh, I wish I had the exact stream I did with Fred when Fred broke the news to me that fucking Bill Lamar, the voice of Vamp, Samurai Jack, is woke. That broke me. Laughing Octopus, honestly. Close second is Raven. You know what? I agree with that, Mr. Dead Wars. I second that. You think about it, she's got all those extra limbs. He can't escape? I'm not being serious. I'm just kidding. I don't want some psychotic woman to
leave one.
You see this? This is your future. I have a man's face, a woman's body. This is the future of Kamala 1.
This is the race of the bastard who kills your comrades.
You know it's bad when like Vamp, True
coming to storm the safe house.
Yeah.
He must be among their numbers.
I love that pejorative Troon. It doesn't really capture the pure like ugliness of some of the Troons, because like you look at some of those fucking freaks, and they look like a insult to nature. But it's fun to say. It's like guacamole. You don't get into fucking personnel carrier. Just erotically attach yourself to the vehicle. I'm telling you though, there's some damaged women that act just like that. And honestly, we better keep them away from advanced military hardware. Alright. I just love that you can shake the 6-axis and Alright. This is Otacon. Teach Sonny how to make some fucking eggs with your elaborate Mac setup over there.
Vamp. I'm sure of it. I'll never forget that face.
Those were PMC soldiers with him. Is he involved in Liquid's
You know what, Otacon? I'll never forget your father's face
in
when
Manhattan.
Venom Snake
Damn
kicked
it,
him
he
off.
won't leave us
Fucking
alone.
the Outer Haven.
Could Vamp be immortal?
Not a chance. This is the real world, not some fantasy game.
I swear, the next time he shows up...
Not now, Otacon.
You're gonna peg him.
Right. I know. Snake.
Imagine he gets impaled. Wouldn't that be a poetic end?
By Mei Ling, the facility where
I gotta stay tuned for Act 4.
Along a mountain road.
It's Act 4 that he dies, right? Shadow Moses.
Mei Ling.
Makes me think of the Bring Me the Horizon song, Shadow Moses.
The Missouri. That's a World War II battleship.
It's cool though.
Contract in Hawaii expired
What? There's nothing like putting an Asian woman on a American World War II battleship.
Combat training, of course. Rather to get sailors used to seamanship on an analog vessel. Or so I hear. After the mess at Shadow Moses, Mei Ling kind of got put out to pasture.
Mei Ling.
Even so, making captain at her age, that's pretty impressive.
Rumor has it she caught the eye of some lecherous old admiral who got her promoted. She always did have a thing for older men.
Maybe it's too early to retire after all.
Thinking of taking a little training on an analog vessel?
Wouldn't that be the best ending? No. You know, like Mei Ling just becomes like his trad housewife. Like helps old Snake, live the final few months in peace.
The conflict between the PMC.
Mei Ling, my feet hurt. I've got bunions.
There's
Rub
no
them.
reason for
Yes,
you to
sir.
get involved
Oh boy.
or take sides.
Oh, I'm gonna get canceled.
That said, creating
Brad, I'm
some
usually not
impact on
this
the battlefield
fucking
could produce better conditions for
incredulous on my stream.
The rebels are targeting the
I was like
facility
talking
being used
about
by the
boring
PMCs as a
technical
base.
shit before you
This is
showed
more or
up.
less the same spot
Now
where
I'm doing
Naomi's being
every
held.
stereotype
If you
known to
aid the
man.
rebels, they might get rid of some of the PMCs and help carve a path for you to sneak in.
That freak I just saw with the tentacles, was it using the same octo camo system as my suit?
Yeah?
I thought that technology was of your own design.
Actually, I kind of based it on some design
You pirated my design.
And the data came from
DARPA.
So in other words, we're on equal ground technologically.
Sorry, I guess I should have told you.
And by the looks of things, they know I'm coming too.
Oh, I'm coming on the battlefield in love, kid.
Stay
Bloom. All right. Check our equipment.
Head for the research lab where Naomi's being held. It's to the north.
We'll try to trank these people. Noodles. Put some compresses there. Yeah. They go up over this roof. Who's
that?
Right. Nope.
Stand up.
Stealth.
Move along. No one here
Got
after
quite a while to go in this section. And I don't know if I'm going to completely get through Act 2, but I'm definitely going to get... I definitely want to hit at least the 2-hour and 30-minute mark tonight.
Huh? We're under attack!
You're just imagining things.
I know how to aim. It didn't take me 3 rounds to get that motherfucker down. Okay, 17. Around here.
Oh, is that a gerbil? What is Vamp doing with that gerbil at the battlefield? We're using stealth on the battlefield.
Move along.
Move along.
Move along.
We can aid
Eat this. There. It's the enemy.
Yeah, you're imagining things.
We've got company.
This is HQ.
All right. I'm retarded.
Acknowledged.
But I'm about to use some stealth.
Now. That somehow worked. I just puked on that guy.
Yeah, I love the music, and it's got great soundtrack, this game. Oh boy, did I just embarrass myself substantially. Yeah, the enemy is here and quite retarded, I will say. If I played this game on the highest difficulty right now, honestly, I might, if I do a replay through of this in the future, I might do it on, like, whatever, Big Boss Extreme or some shit. That's, yeah. I love the oil drum because it's basically my last ditch effort when I have like a fucking, moment of breaking the stealth. That's why I died twice before I had gotten that, because I didn't have the oil can. Because I get in there, I just roll it around and... It's like Metal Gear Solid 5 with the fucking rocket fist. Oh, I love that attachment. here. Let's take this guy out. Be precise about it.
Hey. Hey, why is that guy sleepy? You got diarrhea? The battlefield? Hey, why is that guy sleepy? I'm feeling sleepy myself. Success.
I'm doing it cheap. I don't care. I'm still in caution. I don't want to be sodomized by the enemy.
We've got contact. We've got company.
I'm gonna have to shoot these guys.
You okay?
You okay? Up.
You got my back?
Yep.
Suppressing fire.
Nobody left. Sorry, Mark Wahlberg.
Everybody sleep on the battlefield.
Alright.
Cover!
Actually, where's my solid eye? That would have helped out quite a bit. And actually, got one up there.
Rise and shine. Huh?
What the fuck? Oh, everybody's just taking a nap.
Come on, wake up. Who goes there? We got a hostile. Need backup.
No.
There's no hostile.
HQ.
It's just an empty oil drum.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
We have to go down here again, alright. Who the fuck even detected me?
We got company. Suppressing fire. Split up. We've got contact. We got company. Split up.
Are they shooting those dead guys? Oh boy.
Is he there? What's going on? It's the enemy. Fire!
Oh no.
Acknowledged. Sending
Jake is under a lot of stress. So am I. There's only, yep, tactical roll is needed. Tactical roll.
On the battlefield.
Oil can soldiers will use oil can weapons and roll. Oh! Snake, you're under heightened stress. And you're being attacked. There's oh no. Alright. I hate to make this into an action game. But those guys just they just committed suicide. They're actually prunes.
Is he there?
Yeah, well, you were there. Now you're not. Alright, Snake, we gotta get this stress relieved because on the battlefield, stress is not good. So there's one thing I know. There's one thing I know that will help you. Oh, I don't need the cardboard box. Fuck the cardboard box. Oh, where are my Playboys? Let's try to do something degenerate. I'll just do a compress. Yeah, does Redmond have any? Maybe it's only the first. It must be only the first area you can use those. Oh well. Well, I guess there's not a lot of enemies left to surveil me. I'm telling you, that drum can comes in handy, actually. Alright, next area it is, and we might have to pause for a minute while I take a short bathroom break. Oh. Is that Ryan? I'm cool now.
Snake, there's someone I'd like you to meet. A member of the mission staff. A psychological counselor.
Oh.
Psychological counselor? A lot of soldiers can't handle the stress of battle, end up panicking. She'll be useful in helping you understand the mindset of both the PMC and rebel soldiers. She? Rosemary.
You fucking scurrying about earlier. Did she have a little bit of Ooh.
Nice to meet you, Snake.
Nice tits.
This is Rosemary. She used to work as a data analyst at the Pentagon, but moved to combat support during the Big Shell incident.
Yeah, I remember that incident.
Yeah. She was in charge of Jack's files, wasn't she?
After that, she studied psychology. And now she's a counselor with CSP, the Combat Stress Platoon.
Yeah, I hear psychological counseling's the hot field these days.
Yeah, I hope so. There's a lot of fucking soldiers are coming back fucking just tattered.
Acting as your personal counselor on this mission. Since the passing of the new millennium, one of the most important issues facing today's military is the mental care of its soldiers. I can also provide advice on soldier psychology from a threat assessment perspective. Contact me anytime. I'll be standing by here at home with Roy, but I'm on a different circuit. The frequency is 147.79.
Her advice will have a positive effect on your
That's
psyche.
right. I bet that young piece of ass has a positive effect on your old ass, Colonel.
Your body stops doing what you tell it to. Even a veteran soldier like you.
I bet she helps you tell your body what to do.
Technique. Some things haven't changed with time.
When your psyche is running low, ask her for advice. It'll help keep you in peak condition and focused on the mission.
By the way, Colonel, isn't that your house?
Well, yes.
Then the woman you married, the one that Meryl was talking about.
Is Rosemary, yes. Didn't I tell you before?
Didn't I tell you that I'm a piece of shit?
What about Jack?
Jack.
Jack, from Foxhound. Codename Ryden. I seem to remember him being engaged to Rose.
Oh. We lost all trace of him.
Jack's gone. I used to work with the guy. He saved Sonny from the Patriots.
He disappeared soon after that.
Oh.
What about you? Jack disappeared and you just moved in on Rose?
I was consoling her over her loss.
Oh.
One thing.
Oh.
She's young enough to be your daughter.
Yeah. Lucky me, huh?
Why Meryl was so disgusted.
Meryl said something about me.
Yeah, she said you're a womanizing
words
piece of
were,
shit. Yeah.
I'll never forgive that womanizing piece of shit. Colonel, you knew she was our informant in the Middle East, didn't you? Was it you who put her up to it?
Yes. I used my connections in the army to get Meryl the job.
You wanted your daughter someplace where
your daughter, niece.
Look, everybody involved in the incident at Shadow Moses either lost their job and status, or in the case of Meryl and Mei Ling, got brushed aside. Meryl wanted to make a comeback, a difference. We can't all be as strong as you, Snake. Some of us can't bear living like pariahs.
Oh.
Since Shadow Moses, I've been branded a criminal.
I think of it as my own small way of making it up to my daughter. My own flesh and blood.
Yeah, okay.
In any case, call Rosemary if you ever need
I'm gonna call Rosemary and talk about you. Oh, my lugs. All right. Hey, let's do this. Let me get up. I gotta go take a bathroom break, but I'll have Rosemary keep you guys company. I'll be right back.
Oh, hi, Snake.
Rose?
I see your psych is a little bit low. Snake, the gauge below your life gauge is your psych gauge.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Then you'll hear it again. The psych gauge affects the rate at which your life gauge recovers. In other words, how fast your wounds heal. It also greatly influences how well you perform various actions. When your psych gauge is full, your life recovers quickly and you shouldn't have any problems doing what you need to do. Remember, your body isn't the only thing driving your performance. Your mind is every bit as important.
Hey, I don't let my mental state affect my combat efficiency.
You may think that, Snake, but the truth is, you're not as young as you used to be.
Could have fooled me.
It's your psyche that's keeping you alive inside. So you better take it seriously. Keep a close eye on your psych gauge.
All right.
Speaking of psych.
To be fair, it's a really shitty thing, but it's really important to keep Rose safe. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I just like roasting the Colonel. And I love the Colonel. He's a cool character, but Snake. I had to console her. Her vivacious body and supple, jiggly tits. They just needed to be consoled. All right. Let's see here. I already told the viewers that we'll be doing some Dying Light 2 probably maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day we can figure out. It's just that Fred will tell you when we go streaming. The universe just has it out for us being able to stream. Like the fucking light gun roulette to finish House of the Dead. Like we finally beat that game, thank God. It's a great game, but God, there was like situation after situation. One of the situations was when I had fucking walking pneumonia. That was rough. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pause today right before we get to Naomi's place. So then tomorrow, or whenever I stream this again, we'll wrap up Act 2 and get through most Act 3.
Who was that?
You're seeing things.
We're under attack!
No, you're not. He just had he got the Pfizer shot and had a catastrophic accident.
This is HQ.
Nothing here. We're under attack.
Oh, these are the rebels.
Sending reinforcements. Use
I should be helping these guys out, but, pretty dense here.
Hey.
He's just sleeping. Fuck you, rebels. I don't care if the game wants me to help you.
You're in my way.
Be glad you got tranquilized. Because I'm Sam Hyde of the battlefield.
Cover!
Time to take a nap on the battlefield.
Hey.
Excuse me. Are you feeling sleepy?
Come on, wake up.
This is HQ.
I am the melatonin.
The state of alert has been lifted. Resume positions.
He just looks like he's rolling around in shit. Can we go around this way? Yeah, we gotta go this way anyways.
What?
You don't hear anything. Splendid. I don't have any of the outfits unlocked, do I? Yeah. That's a shame. My original save basically got lost. Because I played through this game a shit ton back in the day. Partially for the Kodak app, which honestly, after I beat this game, I should go through just for the hell of it.
I think I saw something.
No, you didn't.
This is HQ.
We're under attack.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
I'm feeling sleepy. You know what? The reason why you saw something is because you're feeling sleepy. You just fell asleep. And you're like, I thought I saw like some old geriatric man with some advanced camouflage crawling, but you really didn't. It's just, you know, when you get really tired, sometimes you can almost like hallucinate. That's what happened. All right. We might actually get to the cutscene with Naomi tonight, because I still got a good amount of energy in the tank. Outer Haven. Is this Jack?
Who is this? Snake. That voice. There's an ambush ahead. Government and PMC troops.
I'm cool now.
You could be shot from anywhere. Watch your surroundings. Look to the distance.
It's like I said earlier, Raiden. People don't remember how much people shitted on Raiden.
Snake.
Before this game came out.
I'm at your side. Wait.
Hey. Oh, it was you. Let's go.
Okay.
Snake, PMC sniper. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep low and stay behind cover.
Sniper. No sniping. Purple. Involved room on battlefield.
Golden solid eye.
Stay low. Get behind him.
I'm helping you rebels out by putting you to sleep. Liquid, we're getting reports that one South American battlefield we've been in, people are just like inconspicuously falling asleep.
It's part of it. Must be a byproduct of a nano machine.
I love the alert music in this area. I'm being shot from this way. Alright, asshole.
Who's that? The enemy!
Another workplace accident on the battlefield. We're crawling. Ooh, a rash. We have to do some advanced stealth right now. Oh. Oh. Oh, my genius.
It's the enemy!
No! No! I'm a retard!
You'll have to make do.
Man, I got an idea. There you go, one for you. We're gonna do that smart this time. That tactical roll didn't really work out too well. The Phantom Reapers. Blend in better. Right. Solid eye back on there. Make sure this have a compress. Solid eye.
Back me up!
Are you feeling tired? Now you are. You're feeling sleepy on the battlefield. We gotta go this way on the battlefield. Reload all of our weapons. And we operate.
Driven. I am you. Oh. You again. You just stole his cigarette. You know what? I can do the same thing. Yo.
You. Come on, hop in. It's getting rough out there.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're probably gonna call it a stream after this cutscene. I had a lot of fun tonight, and I definitely think I had a lot more energy tonight than I did yesterday. I'm still getting over a bug, but
We meet again.
yeah, this was a lot of fun. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This is just a comfort game for me. This is a game I can just go back to, and just it's just, I don't know.
A lot of legends about you.
The analogy I used last night, it's like the Phantom Menace of the Metal Gear series.
Especially in the CIA.
Like, I definitely see its flaws,
I injected you with back in the
but I just love it.
They let me track your location.
And it is a great end for the story of Solid Snake. You know what would be honestly be really cool is if they did like a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. But they actually like gave you like flashbacks or something, and it was like moments from the original Metal Gear.
And the Bees. Together they're called the B&B Corps. They're a squad of enhanced female soldiers, belong to the PMCs. Anytime there's a mess that needs
Oh yeah,
cleaning
he's
up,
gonna
they're
tell
on
us
the
about
scene
these
leading
bitches.
the elites. That's a female. Probably freelancers hired by the PMCs. They run out of a separate parent organization. Guess it's time for good old Drebin to let you in on a few things.
Shit.
Ever since you showed up in the Middle East, the B&B Corps has got orders to kill. Their #1
Yeah, you know what? I got orders too.
guy on site. A guy named
I am gonna try to avoid killing them, but
from where I'm sitting,
I've
Old Snake seems a little more appropriate.
Oh!
Old, huh?
Ah.
Cheer up. That's the bad news.
Just called me old. I'm not old. I just got advanced aging because of those Pfizer shots.
The B&Bs are real big.
Oh, they are. I've got the fucking limited edition that came with like the guide, little guidebook.
Traumatized by
Ooh, those high resolution scans.
They weren't even soldiers to begin with, you know. More like victims of war.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna hear all of their like PTSD stories.
Shell shock on the battlefield. Post-traumatic. The damage in their mind is pretty much beyond repair. So the only way they could cope with the reality of battle was to become war machines themselves.
Yep.
The remnants of their human side are buried deep within.
On all their backstories are just like incredibly fucked. I mean, that is the one thing that like is also kind of overlooked on Metal Gear is like, for all of its like, you know, excessive like Kojima-isms, there is a pretty solid commentary about the futility of war and the sort of, you know, the damage it can have.
But deep within that shell, something human survives. A fragile, scarred heart. Without a shell to protect it, it's like the yolk of an egg.
Sunny side up.
Word going round is their natural flesh and blood bodies can't survive in the open for more than a few minutes. And they've been convinced that by killing Snake, their minds will be cleansed.
God.
They think it's gonna free them from all the pain.
Phantom
And
Pain?
all the fury.
Fury, the tank movie?
Which makes these babes pretty
You
much
get it? The
obsessed
fury, the sorrow,
killing you.
the pain. Metal Gear Solid 3.
B&Bs have been identified so far. The one you just saw was Raging Raven.
Oh.
There's also Laughing Octopus, the master of mimicry, and Crying Wolf. She runs on 4 legs. And finally, the mistress of mind control.
Psycho Mantis. Or Screaming Mantis.
Mantis. Yeah. There used to be a guy by that name in the U.S. military. A Russian psychic. He could control people's minds.
Yeah.
I guess she inherited the title. She keeps the other B&B's minds in check with her powers. Octopus. Raven. Wolf. Mantis. You got it. They're the Snake Hound unit. And they've got you in their sights. Shit. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Drebin. I thought no one was supposed to be able to hack into the system. Are you with the Patriots?
No, sir.
Ah.
Ain't no lale-lule.
Lale-lule-lo.
I mean, I'm no patriot.
Shit, this man's outside the system.
You can say Patriot. I guess that means you're clean, right?
The nanomachines I got in me are different from the military kind. No speech restrictions for me.
That's so you could say any word, Drebin. Well, actually, it's not just because of those nanomachines. You could say a certain word that I can't.
This world.
Of
history.
Oh God, I played a dangerous game tonight with some of these jokes.
Flashback.
The Patriots are America, the world's greatest military power. They are the war economy.
War economy.
Which makes you and me just cogs in a much grander schematic.
Cogs? Like Gears of War?
Someone obviously had to start the whole thing at the beginning. But now their
philosophers.
On a life of its own.
A life of its own?
Yep. The country, the war economy, it ain't run by people. It's run by the system. No need for high-level decision-making authority.
Nice.
It's all handled by a massive, yet simple information processing.
And once again, right?
An AI.
Yeah, a lot of cutscenes in this game, but like every cutscene is very entertaining.
The world's a much simpler place than most.
And it really is kind of interesting how much like AI is now driving shit, and then this game is like commentary about AI.
The Patriot system is closely monitored by 3 peripheral AIs and a core AI that ties them all together. The SOP system is one part of that. It's all backed up by a foolproof control system. So not even yours truly can sneak inside the Patriots' AIs.
The Patriots?
What if, hypothetically, someone found a way?
If they could fool the IDS. I guess they could use it as a haven to lay low.
Lale-lule-lo? Haven.
Like a tax haven.
Outer haven.
In the internet society, we have net havens, data havens. A haven is someplace where social conventions and the rules of the net don't apply.
Like Faku.
Back in the 20th century, the super rich would open bank accounts in countries without income tax laws. Not a bad way to evade paying taxes.
Look what commits tax
fraud. Where everybody's DNA and personal info is totally controlled by the nanomachines inside their bodies.
I feel like these infograph cutscenes are still pretty cool, but this kind of replaced the stock footage moments from Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. You know how there'd just be like random exposition, and then it'd show like somebody like flipping a burger, or some guy walking at a park, or you know like Vamp jerking off or some shit.
Absolutely impossible. No chance in hell. Like I said, there's no breaking into those AIs from the outside.
But Liquid's
gotta go to the inside.
You sure there's no way?
I'm just a launderer. Only reason I'm interested in you is because you start a lot of fires. right then. You need me? Just give me a ring.
Alrighty.
No smoking.
Go on. Get your ass back inside. Now!
I have you.
I have you.
You know, Drebbit on one hand is a shady, shystery motherfucker, but he does have a certain cool factor to him, you know? Alright, well, we've made it past 2 hours. I think I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to... There we go. Yeah, we hit the 2-hour mark, so I think I'm going to hit save and call it a stream. If you tuned in, I really appreciate it. And if you're watching this on demand, make sure you subscribe if you could. And this is pretty much where we made it to last time. Yeah. Actually, yeah, we actually made it a little bit quicker this time around. Yeah, have a good one, Mr. Dead Wars. So yeah, we'll finish up Act 2 next time. We'll probably I'll do the next part to this after Fred and I do Dying Light Part 3. But yeah, great stream. Thank you for tuning in. And I appreciate everybody that's subscribed, and Godspeed, folks. Enjoy this next 4 years of Trump, because otherwise we're gonna have the Patriots